today we are looking at the prime 91 icon, Kluivert. High-low work rates, right-footed, 4-star, 4-star. He can play striker or centre-forward. But to look at his stats, he's got absolutely outstanding shot power, finishing, really good acceleration, sprint speed, very good short passes. Agility and balance and composure is a little bit concerning, but we'll see if that's going to be a problem today or not. In terms of traits, we've got flair, power header, and outside the foot shot. So he's got some good actual traits to help us out. We will talk about why we've gone for a hunter today, a little bit at the end of the review on Footbin. We'll talk about Chemstyle's pricing, what I thought of the card, and much more. That being said, let's go jump into the game and have a word from today's sponsor first. Are you tired of playing sweat teams like this? Make sure you go to Alt9, select Foot 23 coins, choose which console and how many coins you'd like to buy, select your payment method, and don't forget to add code NaNNiK for 6% off on all orders. So we are in Foot Champs. We're going to be playing in a 4-2-2 like we do most of the time in our reviews. It's the formation I like the most. We've got Kluivert obviously as our main striker. His main job today is his clinicalness when he's through on goal. How good his link-up play is if there's a chance to pass. And that's basically it. We did use his base a long time ago and I thought it was quite a good card. But we'll see how his prime deals with the meta changing and everything else in FIFA. Especially at the top level of Foot Champs as well as a poor pass from me. You get into the space, a little touch through. Oh, a bit slow. Feels a little bit clunky, but it could be just down to gameplay at the minute. Kluivert running into space. We find him. He's through. So shoot early. Green time and a good save from the goalkeeper. Left footed though didn't seem too bad. We'll have a look at his set pieces. I don't know if he's going to be good or not. So he's got 96 power, 78, 75, and then 92 pens. So nothing too crazy. Shot. Find Kluivert on the turn. Shot across goal. Good block from the computer there. You get that pressure on, Kluivert with a header, little 1-2, little turn, little shot, and it's a poor shot in the end. I wish he hit it a bit harder. But you can see how we're using him in that pocket of space on the front. We've been very unlucky not to have maybe a goal just yet, but we're going to keep that pressure on. Little 1-2. Oh, nearly. Good tackle from Kluivert, does win the ball back. Hold it up here, little left stick dribble in. Waiting to play it back in, lovely passing. Oh, very unlucky not to get space. But you can see how we're using him in that situation there. Sitting on last man. Trying to break through between the lines. We haven't got Kluivert peeling off. Use him as a dummy run back in. Our opponent is playing so deep right now, as you can see. Trying to pick up in the space, but he's got two guys on the edge of the box that he's controlling. 4 players in the box, and he's 2 strikers sitting on last man. There is Kluivert with a little bit of left stick. Bit of skill, we can use it. Still in the box. Nowhere to go, and nearly an own goal there. You can see how defensive our opponent is playing. Kluivert between the lines. I think he's just onside. Kluivert! Great finish. We finally get the space. Our opponent got caught in a counter-attack. We had a similar opportunity just before his left foot green time. Good save. And this time right foot clinical. Because we've got that chem style on him, it just really makes him super fast going off that through ball in between the lines where the defenders can't keep up. Kluivert picks it up. Little 1-2 into the space. Oh, good tackle. Keep that pressure on again, though. Back to Kluivert. Little 1-2. Cross the back post. Not a bad cross, but unfortunately it's Jarzinho who's there. That is half-time. It's been a really tough game. Our opponent has played super negative football, having every single player behind the box and trying to hit us on a counter-attack. The only time we managed to get through was actually hitting him on a counter-attack because there is no space. A couple of things I'm noticing with Kluivert, he's a little bit slow on the left stick dribbling. He's a little bit frustrating at times. He's a little bit bulky. But in terms of actual shooting and passing, I'm not noticing any problem at all. He's very, very good in that situation. Let's go jump into second half. So into our second half, our opponent's only had 1 shot and he scored from it. But that's what happens when you play in top elo in champs. It is about clinicalness. And then we're going back to that left-footed chance across goal. It was a hard chance, but we'd expect our strikers to score that, especially green time in it as well. Obviously, green time doesn't guarantee a goal, but it does help out massively. Right, counter-attack. Kluivert in between the lines. Can he get round? He can. Look at the pace of him. I tried to do some left stick dribbling with him. There was not much of an angle there, but you can see what I mean with his left stick. A little bit difficult to use in that situation at times, but on the through ball though, he is so quick. Got Kluivert through again. Got him on a high line this time. Keeper's come out, left foot, and that's a much better finish from him there. Finally getting that goal. I probably did a really weird thing. He kicked the ball out to give me a throw in, and I hit him on the counter attack. And we've managed to absolutely punish him for that mistake. This is something I love about Kluivert, though. When he's through on the ball, because of his build and his strength, he can hold off most defenders while keeping the pace. And that is how he manages to break through almost every single time in that run. He cannot be catched. It's just trying to get him on the left-hand side or right-hand side is a little bit annoying at times. But that's just me being super, super picky. Pushing into the box. Looking for some space. Nowhere to go in a minute. To hold it back. Play it back. Nothing wrong with possessions. We just keep hold of the ball for a minute. And we've given it away, as I've said that. But we have got the pressure back from a bad pass from our opponent. Oh, I nearly found Kluivert through there. Kluivert with the ball. We have to let it off. Try and get him to run. Goes in there with a lovely dribble. Got Kluivert through around the back. One-on-one with a defender on a tough angle. We keep going. What a ball. What a pass. Why have we not scored? What a pass from Kluivert. I thought it was a bad cross. It wasn't. It's absolutely perfect. And we get the third goal then. It's going to be a rage quit. Kluivert's been really good in this game. He has been difficult to use. I have to say that. He has been difficult to use. But he is really clinical. In terms of dribbles, we had 22 dribbles, 19 complete. Shooting, 5 shots, 4 on target, 2 goals. One of them should have been a goal. I think the left-footed green time across goal, the first chance we had. Super unlucky to keep a save that. In terms of passing, though, he had 21 passes, 16 complete. It doesn't sound that impressive, but he was a striker, and we were playing in very, very difficult opponent, very, very deep, and he still managed to find the space every time. I did enjoy the card, but let's go jump onto Footbin now. So we are on Footbin. It's got about 150,000 coins. That's what we actually paid for him. I do think that's an okay price, but you want to be looking to try and get 120 or 100k eventually. We were to compare him to his mid 72k, and he's only got +4 on shooting. There's not much difference in terms of pace or passing. And his base is 71, so they're basically the same price as base and his mid. His prime is the best version of him, but I do think he'll be very close to 80k within the next couple of weeks. We went for a hunter. A lot of people are saying Hawk to make him lengthy, and I do think that's a good thing to do, but I personally only like lengthy cards if they're lengthy from the start. He is controlled from the start, so I personally find that they're not as good. I like to keep my strikers on control. This is something I've always preferred personally, but if you are one of these people that do like lengthy, definitely go for a Hawk. But we went for a hunter today just to maximize that pace and his shooting. I did notice his agility and balance being a little bit annoying and frustrating because he's got that average body type here, being 6'2", with that sort of medium S sort of agility and balance. He is difficult to use in a left stick dribble. But his short passing is so good for a striker. His link-up play, say he has his back to goal or back to the halfway line, you do a 1-2 with LB or L1 and pass. He then instantly turns and he's ready to go, and that pass is 9 out of 10 hitting your teammate and getting you through. In terms of finishing, this card is very clinical because of the shot power and the finishing being so high before we have the hunter on it. It just makes sense to maximize that. He can only play striker, I'd say. He can play striker on his own or with someone else. I did really like the card. Do I think he's top tier? I don't think so personally. I think he's definitely mid tier and 100% low tier. So if you're in the low tiers of FIFA and you want to get yourself to the next stage, he's definitely worth a shout. But like I said, wait for him to be a little bit cheaper. If you can't afford to buy his prime at the minute, highly recommend looking at his mid, because with his mid you can just put a hunter on it as well and you've got yourself a similar situation. But I do like his prime. I do think it's a good card, really good rating as well. That being said, if you have any more questions about this card or any other card in the game, comment down below. If you are new to the channel and you've liked today's video, please hit that like button as it helps me out massively, and consider subscribing to not miss any more reviews on icons and much more FIFA content. And I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!